everyone. We are here today at Clementi Park, and I'd like to showcase this apartment belonging to Kylie and Corey. Very interesting space, a lot of character in this space, and what I'm going to do is to walk you through each section. So now we are actually standing in the dining room, this dining area, a lot of space, and as you can see, this is actually the focal point of the apartment at the dining space, because this is actually what's important to them. They love to cook, they love to entertain, and then they have dinner parties whereby they can cook and they don't feel too segregated from the dining space. So previously the wall over here, there was a wall over here which we demolished so that we can get this open concept kitchen to bring the cooking and the dining and these spaces together. And I also like to draw your attention to some of the light fittings that you see. So for example, like this small chandelier, and as well as any other light fittings that you see throughout the home later. They're all very interesting pieces. They are not brand new pieces. Most of them have actually been used for many years, and then they are reconditioned and we put them up in this space. So that's something a little bit more interesting. So we are now at the kitchen, and in this space, what we have done is that we have actually used quality materials like Decton. This countertop is Decton. So what's good about that is that it's really stain resistant, very good for high heat, etc. This is perfect for homeowners who actually use their kitchen very, very often for cooking, for heavy cooking. This is a really good material that you can consider. And also, what we have done here is that we kept the colors dark below and the cabinets on top white. Why we decided on white for cabinets is because we actually wanted to have a lot of storage space, building it all the way up to the ceiling, but we didn't want to draw that attention to that space. If not, it looks very bulky. So what we do is that we keep it white to let it fade into the background to be more subtle, while providing the storage space that is required for the space. Okay. Over here, we have handles, interesting handles for Lava Vela. There are also a lot of the handles and fittings. Later, I'll show you a little bit more. They are from all different spaces, different places, some of them from overseas, and most of them have a story behind them. So, yep, just wanted to point these interesting things out to you. Now we are at the living space. So this space was originally a small bedroom, and we decided to actually transform this into the living space, dedicating only a small section of the home to the TV area. Reason being, we wanted the focal point to still be a place for gathering of friends, a place for interaction, and they rather had the focus on the dining areas rather than a TV area. So that's why we actually only allocated a small percentage of the floor area for the living space. So if you follow me to the courtyard, you will see there's actually a very nice space for alfresco dining. This outdoor space, when the weather is good, it serves as a dining space, and also when there's a lot of people coming over, friends, family, this is an additional extension of the dining area as well. A good place to have a glass of wine in the evening and good home-cooked food. So now follow me to the bedrooms. Let me show you the bedrooms. So we are now at the foyer of the master bedroom, in between the master bedroom as well as the bathroom. So in this space, it's actually a nice little nook where you can see very interesting light fittings. So as I mentioned, a lot of these light fittings, they are not new light fittings, they're actually something old that has been refurbished. Yeah, which is why we really like them, because a lot of them have stories to tell. That adds a lot of character to the space. It's something a little bit different from a lot of the clean contemporary looks that we have seen in recent years. Yep. So over here you can see this lamp. Yeah, it's all a lot of them. These pieces are actually from overseas, imported, bought from Etsy and elsewhere. So a lot of things you will not be able to find it in Singapore, and most of them are one-of-a-kind pieces. Like you see this floor lamp here as well. A lot of these are all one-of-a-kind pieces. They only have 1 or 2 pieces left in the wall. Yeah. Let me show you the bathroom. Okay, this is the master bath. So what you can see here is we've done much lighter colored tiles for this space, so that it's a lot brighter for a small bathroom. Rain shower set, shower curtains, not your typical glass shower screens. We've also built a space for over here, so that it's easy for showering and sitting down, and as well as a space to actually to put all the shower essentials that you have. Okay. Then also, I would like to draw your attention to quite some of the interesting fittings. Yeah, so as you can see, these are not your standard fittings that you would have in a bathroom. All these are actually specially curated and bought for the space to make it a little bit more interesting. Even the mirror is a little bit different. It's not a regular oval mirror, it's a little bit odd shape, which makes the space a little bit more interesting, even though we're just using plain coloured tiles, white coloured tiles. This is what we do to dress up the space to make it a little bit more interesting. We are now at the master bedroom. So just to highlight, this space was actually the living area and that we decided to transform into the master bedroom. We thought it would be quite interesting to have the bed facing the balcony, whereby each morning when you wake up, the first thing you see is fresh greenery and the view of the outside space. So in order to do that, we faced the challenge whereby we would have to erect this wall, and in doing so, we would actually be blocking a lot of the natural light from passing into the rest of the living area. So what we did was to actually do a fixed window panel to allow light to pass through, but still to maintain that privacy as it's quite high up. The other thing I would like to draw your attention to would be your floor tiles. These are actually the old floor tiles. We retained it, so it's probably about 30 plus years old. And I wanted to do that because there was no need to have everything new. It's still in a good condition, and we wanted these floor tiles to add a little bit more character to the space, which is why we retained these floor tiles. So we are coming to the end of the tour. Let me bring you to the study nook, which is back at the entrance. We are at the study nook at the entrance. So just a small little space for working at home, work area at home. What we have done with the space is that because we couldn't knock this down, we decided to add a little bit of feature and at the entrance of the space. So we've actually built a fixed glass panel with some shelves, some solid wood shelves for display. And what we've also done is that we were actually thinking how we would actually add a door. But in doing so, the door will take up a lot of space, and it will make this space feel very claustrophobic. So what we did was to use a curtain as the partition instead of having a door. And also, if you see, we actually have a lot of glass in this space. So even though it's a very small area, it's still a very comfortable space to work in. You don't feel that too claustrophobic in this area. So this is the foyer. We are back at the entrance, and this is the end of the tour. Thank you for listening in and viewing this space. We hope to catch you next time.